Hello, friends. How are you doing? So, I apologize for being tardy, but I took a disco nap, like a really good disco nap. Like, I had to take it easy because I've been, I was trying to meet my little goals on Reels. It was, it was a lot. So, I bet the milestone I needed. Now, this next one's going to be even harder. So, I had to take a little breather, okay? Because next one's going to be very hard, but I'm determined to make my goal. Because I'm a determined motherfucker, okay? All right, so just an FYI, okay? Now, I'm not going to get too deep into anything today, okay? Today is Sunday. It's God's day, okay? Um, and you're really supposed to pray every day, not just when you need something. I pray all day. Several times a day. I don't know when I started doing that, but it's even like if I don't need anything, I still pray, because you still have to be thankful for what you have, the accomplishments you've accomplished, and because they're basically on call all day for you anytime you want, right? But we don't really take advantage of that. So just try to pray more, or just say thank you more, even though maybe we don't have everything that we want, but we're inching closer. So just give thanks. um so just an FYI. This is very important, and you might want to take this into consideration if you're planning to be more spiritual, if you're planning on living a more conscience conscious I cannot say that word, conscious. My mouth just doesn't move that way, okay? Conscious. conscious conscious life, okay? um the way I did it was little by little, and then as I was more comfortable with it, well, even like after my breakup, I really didn't fully tell everybody what I was doing, because we're not, well, me, I'll speak for myself. I won't say we. I'm not gonna judge everybody. Me, we were not really taught to show our feelings, and not, like, we weren't told, like, don't show your feelings, like, we weren't literally, I mean, we were watching our the adults around us and how they dealt with everyday life, with everyday trials or whatever, and that's how we learn. Like, we weren't, like me, I tell my kids when I teach them, right from wrong, I tell them I didn't have that growing up. The only two rules I was taught was, I don't care if you're fighting with your family, you better have their back no matter what. And I will say, my family we have each other's back, even when we're not even speaking to each other and we're beefing with each other. We have your back, and that's it. And if you're in the circle of trust, my whole family has your back too, okay? That's just how it is, because we have very few outsiders in our circle, but we take that circle very fucking seriously. And that's just because when we find loyal people, we want to protect our loyal people because they protect us, right? Okay. So we were taught that, and we were taught not to steal. Those are the two rules that we had to, that was basically my whole childhood. Like, that's it. There was no, like, how to live life, there was no keep your energy balanced. There was no, be mindful of, it was, it wasn't really taught. You just kind of like figured it out yourself. So since it's so odd, because I will speak for myself, my journey, and the shit that I talk about, people look at me like I think I'm better than everybody. They think that I conceited. Somebody said that this morning, that I was conceited. All they said was thank you, but okay. But that's okay. Um, Sometimes when you're confident, or I don't even think I was laying it on thick, I was being tame compared to what I normally am, but I'm not trying to come off that way. And if I do, it's not my intention, because I don't like attention. So that's not my intention. But it's just different to see somebody live their life differently than what everybody else is doing. So you'll get pointed at a lot. People are gonna have their judgments no matter what, even though I say constantly, let's not judge anybody. People aren't really going to take what you're saying, and they're not going to use it, and they're not going to apply it in their everyday life. They're just going to make fun of you, basically. So just be prepared for that. Me, I don't care. I've lived my life ass backwards, and, I survived, I thrived. I, was able to accomplish things. But we are here to live our lives to the fullest. Okay, so I'm doing things I normally wouldn't do. That's literally my model now. Like, would the old me do it? Like, I'll sit and think about it. Like, would the old me do this? And that's usually how I get my answers. And it doesn't bother me because my life has changed so much in this short amount of time. I've grown like so much. So it doesn't, when you accomplish things and you start, you have you pray for things, you wish for things, you hope, and and when things start coming to fruition because of your hard work and your dedication, you don't even care what people say, you really don't. Half my family thinks I'm crazy. They do. Even some of my immediate family. When I first started talking about my journey, they would say, you sound crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but please just keep an open mind. Just trust me. Just trust me, please, And I've had to prove to everybody, and even though they were looking at me sideways, like, I think she's officially lost it type of vibe, But I would say, look, I know I sound crazy. But hear me out. Just hear me out. So, and then some of the things I accomplished took months. So they had to like really put trust in me, okay? So, but the one thing I had on me was that people do trust me. And a lot of people had like trouble with like the way I was in the past, they were still seeing me like that. And so I had to prove to them that I'm a different person. And it's not because I'm better. It's because I want everybody to make healthier choices and whatnot. And because it's rewarding for everybody, Anyway, whatever journey you choose, or if you want to just stay the way you are, that's fine too. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. But for me, I wanted change. I needed change. I wasn't fulfilled in my life, okay? Now I'm very fulfilled in my life, and I'm not even where I want to be, I still have a ways to go. Anyways, happy Sunday. Y'all have a great week. Bye-bye.